Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome back to another English lesson here on the channel. Today, I am really excited to talk to you about something that can transform both your English journey and your life. So, on today's episode, I want you to understand that it is about discipline. Discipline is the key to transforming your English from a regular level to a advanced level. Okay, so I want to talk about what it really is, why it matters, and how you can build it in a simple, gentle way that works for everyday life. All right, so let's get ready to dive into today's lesson. Discipline, I want you to understand, notice, is quiet, it's gentle and patient, but it's one of the most powerful tools you can develop. Now, most people think discipline is something just difficult or strict. They imagine rules, punishment, or someone yelling at you directions. Work harder, work slower, work smarter. But that's not real discipline in its essence. Real discipline comes from inside. It's calm, as I like to say. It's steady. It's honest, and it's something anyone can build once you put it into action. Real discipline is simply the ability to keep showing up, even when you don't feel like it. So earlier this week, I got up, I think it was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I usually do a small workout on my bike, and then I come prepared to make English lessons for you. And I was so tired, but I told myself, it doesn't matter how I feel, I need to do this. That's a part of being disciplined. It's about showing up, no matter how you feel or what you're going through. So when I talk about discipline, I'm not talking about perfection, because 2 days later, I got up an hour late. Discipline is just simply the practice of choosing small daily actions that move you forward, even on the days when you're tired or you have a busy schedule. Discipline is what I like to call your inner guide. Okay? It's that soft voice that says, let me give it 5 minutes or just 10 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, but it's something you try. It's the quiet reminder that your goals matter. It's the small spark that keeps you moving even when motivation disappears. You know, there are some people, they just need someone to motivate them. They need someone to get them up and make them study. If you're going to get better, it's going to require self-motivation and you having personal discipline habits. Okay? I want you to remember that. You don't need anyone to motivate you. You have to do it yourself. You have the freedom of choice. And that's what discipline does. Discipline gives you freedom, not pressure. People often think discipline makes life harder, but it actually makes life easier in the long run, because discipline helps you feel in control of your time, of your energy, and of your mindset. And so when I looked back over what I accomplished this week, I told my wife, I'm proud of myself. I did something that I didn't want to do. That's true discipline and motivation. It becomes stress because you know you're doing what matters. So when you have discipline, you alleviate or get rid of that stress. And I love that feeling. So As I get ready to conclude, I want you to always remember that when you repeat small steps daily, that's when you create real progress. Okay? Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush for an hour once a week. At least I hope not. You brush a little every day. Okay? And that's the progress you create. Discipline works the same way. Small, steady effort always makes the difference. That's how you get those great wins. Remember, you don't need motivation every single day. Discipline is what carries you forward even when your motivation is low. Okay, this is especially true when you're learning English. I know I'm talking about life, but when you're learning English, there are going to be some days you feel inspired and other days that you won't. Some days you want to watch my lessons and some days you don't want to watch my lessons. That's normal. Discipline is what helps you keep learning and moving forward anyway. When you're trying to become more fluent in English, fluency grows from small daily actions. So every time I do a lesson, you must remember that. Small daily actions every day, listening, reading, speaking, writing a little bit every day. That's one reason that I have started doing more English lessons, because I want you to get in the habit of doing this every single day. You don't need big study sessions, just simple routines. I try to release my videos at the same time every day so you can form good habits. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Over time, these tiny little habits, they build your English fluency. So remember, it's the small wins you need, okay? Discipline doesn't require perfection. It just simply requires patience and consistency. That's the key. If you miss a day, you're not a failure. You're human. Just come back the next day and double up. That's what I like to say. You come back the next day and you do a little bit more because you missed the day. The people who succeed, whether it's in life or speaking English, are not the people who never fall. They're the people who simply return and show up. One tiny habit practiced every day can change your English and your confidence. You know, I used to wonder why some people wouldn't go live with me. I used to invite people on the channel to go live, and I found out that some people are intimidated and fearful because they have broken English. That's just a confidence thing. You have to start somewhere. And so when you have an opportunity to speak, write, or learn, take advantage of it, okay? Listening to one of my podcast episodes. I have a podcast channel. Link is down in the description. Following my playlist. I have some of you that watch every video on the playlist. Those habits build your fluency. Maybe it's writing one short message or leaving a comment, which you can do when I release a video, or just in the car speaking one sentence to yourself. Small daily habits create big results. I want you to remember that discipline is your superpower, okay? Batman has a superpower. Wonder Woman has superpower. Discipline is your superpower when you practice it every single day. And so like Spider-Man, like Hulk, you have to use it wisely, okay? Discipline is your superpower. Use it gently, consistently, and wisely. As you move throughout the week, just remember this. Discipline isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about showing up for yourself. You're growing in ways you don't even see yet, and every small step you take is shaping your future for the better. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have learned the key to English fluency. Just remember, show up every single day. Now, as I always say, if today's lesson has been a help to you, and it's really been like a pep talk, make sure you share it with a friend. That's all I ask. Share it with a friend so they can gain more confidence and develop great habits when it comes to learning English. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.